shaking the problem of politeness. I am reminded of a story that I heard. It's actually not a story, it's something that actually happened. There was a lady, it was an office building, and lady was sitting at her desk and she was working, and she put her head down on her desk, and people walked past her cubicle, and they walked past the cubicle. They actually walked past the cubicle for about 3 days, and they said, well, I'm just not going to bother her. Well, come to find out, the lady was actually deceased, sitting at her cubicle for a number of days before anyone bothered to ask her how she was doing. Just a few moments ago, I was walking here at my office, and there I was behind someone who was kind of lumbering along. They weren't really super overweight or nothing like that, but they were kind of clumbering from side to side, and looked like they might be in a little bit of distress. And I have this issue of being polite and always trying to speak to people. I don't do it as much as I used to because of the world we live in now. Well, anyway, she turns around. No, you all right? I'm like, you know what? There we go. That's what's going on in our society today. And she happened to be someone that looked a little bit like me. It makes you almost cautious to be to be polite. To be polite to people. There was a time when I was, always talkative to everybody. You could probably tell I like to talk and just share experiences. Like, hey, how you doing? I was like the guy on the I think it's the Geico commercial. Don't become your parent. Well, that's me. I drove my kids crazy, talking too much. Since over the last 2-3 years, since we've had the opportunity for the Magites to be able to just raise their head and say the stuff that they felt in their hearts out loud and feel like they probably are accepted. And they just do it now. Since then, I was like, I don't smile at everybody. I don't say hello to everybody. I'm very cautious of who I approach because the problem of politeness causes problems now. That's the society that we have become. People say this is not who we are. It's who we've always been. Some of us, not all of us. Problem of politeness. Do you let them control your thermostat? Do you let them make you be cautious? Because I never forget, I was in a place where I saw a situation happening, and I think I was standing in line for something, and here we go. Prince Polite, me, wanted to step up and lend a helping hand, and there was a white gentleman behind me. It looked like he might have been about my age, and I looked at him, and I was about to make a move, Prince Polite. He looked at me and said, no good deed goes unpunished. Ding! At that point, it's time that I carefully consider every situation. Unfortunately, sometimes you'll step over people because our society has bred an air of crassness and ignorance. And if you subscribe to that, I hope you don't find yourself like that lady at her desk. Well, she doesn't know anyway because she was gone. Anyway, it's still a beautiful day in the neighborhood.